Innovative content. Global audience.
It's another Wednesday, and you know how we do it here. Every Wednesday, we come to talk about issues affecting our youth. And my name is Patience OKOSUN, and you can just call me Pat. Of course, you know how we do it. I'm not here alone. I am here with a guest, a handsome, elegant youth, also to dissect the issue we have today. And his name is Mr.
Prince
Ojoka XY. I meant to understand you're a barrister.
Yes, I am.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, Patience.
Yeah, welcome to the show today.
Thank you.
It's another beautiful Wednesday, like you know. Of course, we'll be talking about an interesting topic. We're talking about youth and politics. So we're talking about youth and politics. A lot is going on lately when it comes to the political sector. So I feel it's time we talk about the youth involving themselves in this politics. What's really happening? How are the youth getting involved? Where are they? What's going on? That's why we're here. Of course, I'm not here alone in the studio. I have somebody here that will be expert, that will be giving more light, analyzing, dissecting, discussing more on this topic with us today. In case you have a question you want to ask my guests with me in the studio today, the number to call are on your screen. You can do it to call us, drop your comments, drop your contribution in the comment section. We will definitely read it. So let's dive into our discussion today, Mr. Prince Ojoka.
Thank you, Patience.
Let me start with what is your view? You know, we just had a concluded presidential election. Well, would you say this just concluded presidential election was free and fair?
All right, first, we have to understand what politics is all about.
Yes.
As we are aware,
Yes.
politics is an act or a concerned governmental policies that must be controlled by certain individuals called the politicians. And in these politicians, we are looking at the younger generation and the older generation. It was a battle for the old and the new people coming into governance. Now, how was the election from your question?
Yes. How was it? Were you considered free and
Now,
fair?
the election, for me, I think it was debated by many factors. At the point, it was free. At the point, it was not fair. But the election will always come and go.
Yes.
Battle line, of course, were drawn. Campaigns were carried out. Money was exchanged. A whole lot of violence and what have you, which is part of the subject we'll be discussing about.
Yes. And finally, we have our president-elect.
Yes,
Yeah, we have
for
our
the president-elect, we say congratulations. The matter is so journey in court until it is never over.
However it is in court, then we will definitely get to know the president-elect will be will assume position on the 29th of May, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So however it is in court, we're actually hoping on the judiciary to come up with something. The people, the youth are actually looking up to the judiciary to come up with something that will raise their hope again. Mr. Prince Ojoka, let me ask you in personally, did you partake in this just concluded?
Yes, I did.
You did partake?
I did. As a matter of fact, I participated from the collection of PVC. I was one of the volunteers for INEC in issuing the voters' card. I think that was not enough. I was one of the facilitators during the INEC ad hoc training.
How was it? How was the
training?
process
Was
like?
fine. It was fair. A lot of people who applied for the job. People were eager to participate in that election. People actually paid money for PVCs, not because people forced them to pay. They were eager to vote.
And now talking about
eager to vote, so they were doing everything possible to get their PVCs to vote, which was a good trend for the youth, which is part of our subject.
And I need you to rate the amount of youth. Would you say the older people are more than the youth who participated this year?
The youth participation this year has never been like this in the history of Nigerian democracy. The youth came out massively to participate in this election. The virtues is there. It was like in every 10, 8 of them were youth who came out in mass without money. They were not ready for vote buying.
They were ready.
They were ready. Honestly ready.
But then I think I heard somebody or some persons arguing that youth did not really participate this year in election. Rather, they participated more on social media. Social media had a lot of influence this year on the election.
I will tell you the truth. Now, we were responsible for election at the polling unit level. And if a polling unit accommodates 1,000 registration voters or accredited voters in that polling unit, I bet you over 600 were the youth.
Oh, okay.
Where the youth, I have this
That's
research, they're all
actually
there.
nice.
The record is clear. Except for the urban areas. For
Okay.
the urban areas, we discovered that most of these youth have moved to the rural areas for that election. We look forward to where during the election you can actually cast a vote where you are, that you don't need to travel.
Yes, I think we should get to that point.
That's the
where
level
people
we
don't
are
need to-
expected.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get there. So let's dive into the academic section. Let's not just talk about the politics alone. You know, there are some persons, there are some youth out there who goes to school to study the course political science, if you would agree with me.
Yeah.
Now, what's your take? What would you say to this youth who comes out seeing the nature or the way our political sector is right now? I have a friend personally who is studying political science in school, but then he said every day he tells me that, Pat, I don't think I'll be able to go into politics because of how it is today. What's your advice? What would you say to people like that in school who study politics?
Now, in a very simple note, my younger brother studied political science in KSU, Kogi State University. Now, having graduated since 2017, went for his youth service. Up to this moment, he has not secured the job.
That's what they're scared of. And
He has not secured the job.
issue.
Yeah, and now you are not asking him to come to politics. 4 things are going to affect him.
Okay.
His objective for going into political science was very simple. He expected that after graduation, he will probably raise money from his NYC, get his nomination form,
Yes, which
and
is
then run for House
supposed
of
to.
Assembly, and probably that was his vision.
Yeah, that's the
But
vision.
then 4 things happened.
Okay, what?
Now, the first thing that happened is that he needed the godfather.
Exactly. I was coming to that.
Definitely.
Actually, I would definitely. There's no way we can round up without talking about that.
Who was ready to be his godfather? Is a scenario play some years ago in 2007, where one of my cousins had approached a senior uncle of mine, informing him of his decision that he wants to contest for councillor. Now, my uncle, of course, having listened carefully to this, my cousin, said, okay, fine, I'll give you the money to run for that election. Now, in summary of it,
Okay.
instead of giving him that money, do you know that he went and picked the form himself? Because he didn't have the money, but he had the idea. So my uncle went and picked the form. This my uncle was about 60, 65. Went and picked a form to run for councillor. So before my cousin realized it, my uncle, who was supposed to be his godfather, had
to
pick
the form.
and became a councillor while he was there. But to God be the glory, he later, after that year, somebody got a form for him to run for the chairmanship election that year, the next 4 years after, and he became the chairman. I really believe that my uncle, who was a councillor, ran for councillor, they was not reporting to him as the chairman.
You see,
So, because when he was needed,
that's politics to you.
It's another thing.
Oh,
Yeah, let's look at nomination form. How many youths can afford nomination form? These are factors that affect many youth not to participate in the election. Even when youth were giving 50% discount.
It feels like youth are limited to just voting. When they talk about politics, they just count the youth as people that should just go out there, exercise their voting. Like,
they want the youth to vote, they want the youth to snatch ballot box, they want the youth to kill themselves, and the last one, you don't want to know about it.
Okay, let's run down. There's this popular mentality among the public that politics is a dirty game. I don't really seem to understand when people talk about politics. I need you to explain more what they mean by politics is a dirty game. And that mentality is scaring people away from joining in, scaring youth away from joining in. They'll just come and tell you, I don't want to be dirty. I don't want to play the dirty game. What do you have
see how many youth died during this last election?
Wow.
That's exactly where you start your judgment from. It wasn't the old people that were killed, it was the youth. Starting from the ballot box snatchers in Kogi State and in River State and in so many other places where the youth. Who, of course, the old politicians had empowered them with the tools, guns, and what have you, to kill themselves while their families were already overseas.
And it's quite sad. It's quite sad to think
so for you to think that politics is not a dirty game, we had a case of Adamawa of recent, just yesterday. We saw that Adamawa.
I was coming to that. Let me get to that point.
So if it was not dirty, why would somebody, I'm not mentioning names, bring out 2 billion naira to bribe an electoral?
I think I read in the headline that she said she didn't.
Now, even if she doesn't, it is on record. At least the young man has been suspended. How can he declare a winner of election when the election has not been concluded? Don't forget, this election was first declared inconclusive.
Yeah.
Now, they fix a date for the result of that election to conclude the election. only for it to be compromised by an electoral empire.
Well, I think that story is still developing.
So let the story be where it
It's
is.
still developing.
Finally,
Yes.
two results has been declared. One by the returning officer,
Yes,
who
and
declared the
one-
APC candidate, and then one for another one that declared the PDP candidate. So we are seeing how that is going to play.
Okay, let's boil this down to the youth. How do you see this story affecting the youth? Because I feel this woman, from record, would be the first female governor if she had won. Actually, if she had been
She's a
declared.
very good
Now
president.
she's a woman, and then she would have been the first female governor in our country, making history. But then as it is right now, she was not declared the winner, and she's a woman. Most people out there, I think I heard some persons this morning talking that people are being biased. It's because she's a woman, and the state doesn't want a woman to govern them. What do you have to say about
Now,
that?
I will take you back to Taraba State. We had Mami Taraba. She was the
Yeah,
former
Mama
minister.
Taraba.
Mami Taraba won her election, but they felt religiously it was a taboo for a woman to lead.
That's what I heard some people
It's
argue
part of it.
this morning.
Well, it is what it is. No matter how you try to call it, yes, we understand that are the factors when it was necessary for her to win her election. During the general election, she won the election. From the results so far, she won the election.
Okay.
And all of that happening, and then they declared that state inconclusive.
Inconclusive.
And
Just
at
like
the
this
conclusion
one.
of the election, and they are now declaring another person. They have their factors. They feel these people feel it's a taboo for a woman to lead them. They did the same thing to Mama Taraba. Today she's of blessed memory. They gave her a ministerial appointment and then promised her all sorts because they think it will diminish their ego to see a woman leading them.
So how do you see
their
this?
religious forbid some of these things?
Okay, how do you see this affecting the female youths?
As a matter of fact,
You don't think it will, yes, many women from coming into politics.
Many women, of course, was actually believing that Binani would have been a role model.
Yes, to them,
That
and
it would have set a precedent
yes,
for others to be emulated. But they don't see that happening because the female folks has been like the president.
but do you think women are limited?
Our former president said the wife belongs to him and the kitchen.
I think I remember that statement. Yeah,
So from that perspective, it's obvious that from that side of the world,
that's the mentality of men.
belongs to the men and their kitchen.
So okay, let me ask you in person, Mr. Prince Ajeka, does your woman belong to you and the kitchen?
The woman does not belong to.
So,
for example, you are here. You are not in the kitchen. When you are here, it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the public.
Yeah,
The same way I have to serve as a lawyer, do my job. You have the same rights to build your career.
Okay.
I've seen lawyers, of course. I have friends who are lawyers, married lawyer. They go to do their jobs and then come back home, and then the marriage continue at home. It doesn't stop. It doesn't encroach.
So it's time for the women to go out there.
Definitely, everyone has to be faced with 7 fundamentals of life. The way a man grows is the way a woman grows. The way a man go to school is the way a woman go to school.
Yeah.
The way a woman, of course, aspire for visions. That is how a man too aspire for visions. Allow these two gender to flow
Equally. Yes, equally.
But not everybody are gender friendly and gender sensitive because of religious factors, because of tradition, and so many other things we are going to talk about.
Okay. Okay, I think I love that. Let's talk about the youth. You know, this program is actually designed to reach out to the youth. Now, somebody is out there saying, how do I get into politics? Well, how do you think youth can get, aside from just voting, how do you think they cannot afford the nomination form?
Yeah.
And so how do I start? Where do I start from?
It doesn't start from the nomination form.
Okay.
It starts with determination.
Okay.
Are the youth determined to grab this power? The interesting part about the 2023 general election is because a youth decide to pick a form from a platform that is not well known, the Labour Party. Now,
yes,
before the Labour Party came, we had 2 political parties.
Yeah, that's we had many actually.
We had 2 political parties.
We had many political parties. Exactly. We had major.
Now, these major political parties were dominated by the old folks.
Okay, what do you mean when
now,
the old folks?
Now, the old folks, of course, let's take it for example, the APC.
Okay.
The APC, of course, brought out their nomination form. Aspirants tripped in to get this form, which includes a vice president, a senior advocate, with all his experience, could not emerge as a candidate for the election. Why? Because he didn't have the money bag. It is a point where his own godfather has to power the team because of the money. We already know how Nigerian politics works.
Yeah.
You cannot buy the finger that fed you. That's the political language.
I think that's actually pathetic.
Now, at that stage, apart from taking 100 million naira pension to get a nomination form, do you know how much was given to each delegate to cast their vote against the vice president of Nigeria who was running for that election? It's not by selling ice cream.
Okay, actually, you're right. If I can remember clearly.
Do you know how many dollars were exchanged during the PDP primary?
Okay.
Through the delegate.
Okay,
this was one of the reasons why youth, and this is one of the reasons that will continue to reduce the chances of youth, which is getting money for such nomination.
So you feel they should reduce?
How many you can raise 100,000 to pick a presidential form?
How do you think we can tackle this issue right
Very
now?
simple.
The Godfather, especially this Godfather, factor. Yes. How do you think we can tackle it for youth to be able to get to that point?
Now we actually have a youth from Imo State, a 28 years Amadi, who have just won a House of Assembly seat. You're going to find out what exactly was the role he played.
I think, sorry, before you move on with that story, I think I heard of a youth that won a House of Reps or something, or the Okada rider or something. So how was he able to get that form?
Now, do you know why the person in Nasarawa State did not win election, his governorship election? He was trying to wrestle power from the old folks. You are aware what happened in Nasarawa State? How women have to end up protesting naked. Where's our decency? Where's our morality? Because there's no sincerity in the electoral process. Like cankerworm, democracy has been robbed. We can never overemphasize on how youth can play their role. But youth cannot actually do these things because it's not a rocket science. From nomination form, remove that exorbitant fee for you to pay in order to run for election. We came out in 2028 of the not too young to run bill.
Yeah.
The biggest mistake we did is we did not also do what is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Did you say 2028?
2028, yeah, 2018.
2018.
2018.
Okay.
Now, if at that stage we did not too young to run bill, we also did too old to run bill. Both the president and the president-elect will not be entitled to run for election. Because we are already saying that these men are too old. They should retire.
I think I've been hearing the youth at the future of tomorrow, the leaders of tomorrow, right from when somebody is saying it at 28. We are still waiting for this tomorrow.
At
this tomorrow is not
the current president, not the elected one, was the head of state. He was 33 years old.
And he's still the president today.
Now, today he's 70, how many years old? 70 something years old, 76 years old. He was head of state. In 1983, person I was born in 1983. By October, I will be 40 years. And this same man has been in power for 40 years. I don't like it or not, directly or indirectly. And you are telling me that the youth will be given free and fair ground to run for election.
Now let's discuss about solutions to these things. You've been
the current elected president was a governor 2007 of Lagos State. At that stage, calculate his age, 2007. A child that was born in 2007 would have been done with primary and secondary school right now.
Mr. Prince Ojeka, from your own opinion, as a youth, not just a youth, I can see you're politically inclined. What do you think the youth out there should do? Should they create another party? I think they are youth party anyway, to be able to come out.
Simple.
Yes. How do you think we can come out of
Peter
this?
Obi was able to contest for this election? If the embargo, which is in PDP and APC, was in Labour Party, Obi would have not been able to afford that nomination form. Not because he doesn't have the money, but his moral conscience will not allow him to carve out 100 million naira to pick a form. Not to talk of giving each delegate over 50 million naira times the number of delegates. Do you know how many delegates makes a primary election? But all of that lacuna was taken away from the Labour Party, giving the hand to run for election, irrespective of the money back. We're going to talk about money back. We're going to talk about so many factors as we proceed.
Okay. So well, how do you think? We've talked about the Adamawa saga already, right? We've talked about the youth. Now let's talk about what do you think? How do you think we can contribute as a youth in our own quarter? Where do you think we can stand? How do you think? In fact, let me ask you this question now. Rate politics in Nigeria from 1 to 10. Rate it.
Now, from 1 to 10, politics in Nigeria gets better. Do you understand? Why I say gets better? The youth have realized that they can no longer be political talks. If only the youth who are into Yahoo today can bring those money they make from their Yahoos and sponsor a candidate, it will help them not to buy flashy things and buy flashy cars.
What should the government do
about this?
Yes.
Now, the government, of course, as you are aware, have little things to do.
Okay, how do you think the government
now,
can come?
The government, until the recent government, which is dominated by the old politicians, the godfathers, are removed from the system, they'll still be there to oppress the younger generation.
Okay.
We are oppressed, we are depressed. We are oppressed, we are depressed. I'm talking about the youth. Okay. Why is it so? Because democracy has been robbed.
Okay, just hold that thoughts there. I think we have a caller here. Let's hear what he has to say. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, sorry, my name is Emmanuel Idoku, calling from Abuja.
Okay, Idoko, I believe you're watching the show, Youth and Politics. What's your take about the show today? What's your own contribution? Or do you have a question for our guest?
I really want to say something.
Okay.
We understand the politics of a thing today. It has changed already.
Okay.
And we're sitting down now talking about if youth become leaders of tomorrow or not become leaders of tomorrow. For me, it's not going to work. It's not just going to work.
Why did you say so?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Right on. Why did you say so?
Okay. Just imagine if 79 years old man is sitting on our chair. And the same 83 now is looking for that same chair. Tell me how long those 18, 19 men will finish that will give you space to take over.
Okay.
So this is what I'm talking about. If we really need solution and we want to make this thing work, those people, those talks, because those talks are youth. They are those youth.
Okay.
The best is those ones who are awake as well to follow us. Let's forget this religion of it. I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim. Let's fight for the youth so that we can take over our chair and see how we can build this nation. If not, we will just keep sitting and be saying these things every day, every time. Before we know, we are in 2031.
Okay.
So the best thing we could do is to get the youth. We should wake up.
Okay.
My brother there talking about Yahoo of it. They should bring their money and put it to politics. It's not that they cannot do it. They can do it, but will they win? That should be what we're talking about. Will they still win?
Okay.
Okay.
Who are trying their best to do this thing, but it's not working out. So many of them, they are fed up. They try their best, but it's not working.
Okay, thank you very much.
If only we will talk to ourselves, forget this religion fight, and we work hand to hand. You see this thing become one to win this fight. That is religion that can confuse with the youth. That is just what they are using for us.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. Do you have any question for the guest today in the studio? Hello? You have a question for the guest today in the studio? He's here to answer any question you have. Oh gosh, we have network issue right now. If you can hear me, please call me back. Hello.
Okay, let's proceed.
Okay, I think we have network issue. Well, you can see how bitter it feels. I feel like people have already given up on Nigeria politics. I think he's calling back. Let's hear. Maybe he have a question for you. Hello.
Yeah, my network is have to call back.
Okay, please, can you call back again? The network is still breaking. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. What's your question? Well, I think we're having network issues right now, and it's quite sad. Yes, Mr. Emmanuel, can you hear me? Oh, that's so sad. For him to call the second time and we're still having network. Network, please. We need to hear the opinion of the people out there. We need to know what they think about why the youth are not participating. Mr. Prince Ojoka, you can hear from the way in Mr. Emmanuel sounds. He sounds like he has given up already on our Nigeria politics.
Okay, let me just say one or two things in response to what Mr. Emmanuel just said. Now, the biggest mistake you're going to do as a youth is giving up. I want to emphasize the youth that are watching us live on Facebook, Instagram. You are actually dominating the social media space. That's exactly how I want every youth to dominate every position of governance.
Okay.
From councillorship, get involved. I started politics in 2007. I was a PA to a House of Rep member. That's the first time I got into politics.
Okay.
The first female lecturer surveyor in Nigeria, Surveyor Gate with Iman Janja, who is currently the Commissioner for Women Affairs in Cross State. Now, it was like a funny thing. I was the one assisting her to get so many things, go and talk to the chief, organize campaign and the rest. Now, that was my first involvement in politics.
What was the challenge?
My challenge was very simple. Then we were in AC, Action Congress.
Okay.
Now, we were at a period where Nigerians were running one party system, PDP. You dare not run election against PDP that year. It was out of it that other small parties now form an alliance together and create what you have as APC.
Okay. Before
they were able to strangle power. Power was strangled from the Jonathan regime. Already Nigerians were already favored with Jonathan. Buhari, of course, we were told that during his time as the president or head of state, he was tough. And then there's somebody tough. And today, our eye have seen Shaggy.
Okay, hold on with that thought. We'll get back to you. Let's just take a quick break. Viewers, don't go anywhere. We'll take a quick break. And when we're back, we'll bring in another person to ask our guest here in the studio more questions. Mr. Emmanuel, if you're still viewing, please, we really want to get your question. Do well to call us back. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate for huge extra opportunity in diaspora. Look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date 15 to 21st of May 2023. Venue Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 814 358 2856.
All we need is love.
Ladies, are you ready to shine? Here's a golden opportunity for you to show the world the queen in you, as the second edition of Face of SRTV Ladies Edition is about to begin. What are you waiting for? Register online with just 500 naira and stand a chance of winning a cash prize of 100,000 naira and the deal of becoming our ambassador. There will also be consolation prizes for second and third place winners. To register, kindly pay the registration fee and send your name, age, picture, and state of origin to this number 0906 895 2170. For more inquiries, please call 0907 400 7816. Powered by SRTV London, the face of SRTV.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate for huge extra opportunity in diaspora. Look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date 15 15th to 21st of May 2023. Venue, Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superiorradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 8.
Ladies, are you ready to shine? Here's a golden opportunity.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate. For huge extra opportunity in diaspora, look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date.
Welcome from that very quick break. Before we went on break, we're talking about the youth and politics. And of course, I have with me in the studio Prince Ojoka,
yeah.
XY. I'm sorry for that. He has been really doing justice to this topic. If you're a youth out there, you should be here. You should be hearing everything that he has been saying so far. And of course, before I went on that break, I promised to come in with another caller. I'm talking to Honorable Idris Asmau, Northern Youth Assembly of Nigeria Minority Leader. Hello, Honorable.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Well, doing great.
Hope you're fine.
Yeah, all right.
You're welcome to the show today, Honorable.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, so I believe you've been following the show where I just want to ask you some couple of questions because you are a woman, and it's quite interesting to see that a woman is actually somewhere in politics. That's actually a nice one. We applaud you. Kudos to you, Honorable Idris Asmau.
Kudos to you.
Thank you. So what do you have to say about politics and youth in Nigeria? You know, it's quite challenging for youth to go into politics, considering the fact that you're actually a young youth, a very vibrant youth. Already you're there. How did you get there? What were your challenges? How did you overcome them? We need to know as a woman. Speak to the women out there.
Okay. It hasn't really been easy though, but to God be the glory.
Mm-hmm.
We are where we are now. I'll still keep moving.
Yeah.
But just a short one. I think the problem we have as youth going into politics is when we believe we can go in and just get it just the way it is.
Okay.
That's not what youth in politics should be. Persistence. When you start it, you keep doing it. It doesn't come once.
Okay.
Because you definitely pass through challenges like maybe the finances.
Yeah, because I heard the money to get a nomination form is really not a small money.
But we have places, we have other offices where you will be told that okay, as a youth, you mustn't buy the
nomination form.
It's not, maybe they give you 50% off the discount of it.
Yeah.
So, but
most political parties do that.
As a youth, where did you start from? I have a couple of youths though, like this lady at Kwara. She's a youth, just 25 years, and she's part of the House of Rep.
Is there an age bracket for youth to get a form? Is there an age bracket for that?
Yes, actually, when you're youth, maybe from the age of 20 something to maybe 30, 40.
Okay.
For something yet, we have discounts for youth, but not everyone have that amount of money.
Well, the 50%.
But now, bro, there are other offices you can start from where you will just find out that some youth can just come out and say, okay, they are ready to go and buy form for you. Now, you going to buy that form is not the issue. How do you fund it? Many youths out there now doesn't really look at you that, okay, you are compatible, the competence is in you. But they still, that's their stomach infrastructure is number one.
Okay.
So the high time youth believe that it's not about stomach infrastructure. It's the competence, the better for the youth.
Well, most
women out there,
okay.
I see us going going. I see us going. We are coming fast. But I think we still need to have that submissive.
Okay, as now you're already in this game, let me ask you, most youth out there say without a godfather they cannot get in there. How true is that?
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Okay.
I think most times it's our way of relating with people.
Okay.
Into politics, not having any godfather or not having any godmother. But guess what?
What?
Whenever I go out, wherever I go to, the way at which I relate with people, that respect I give to people,
Okay.
nothing to know.
Okay.
Some people know that you don't know it all, but you are willing to know.
Okay.
People will tolerate you. But situation where you want to tell people, I am this, I am that, my dear, you will not get it.
Okay. Okay.
It's not about godfatherism or God mother something. No.
Okay.
Without that, you will.
Asmao, just before I let you go, Honorable Asmao, you know that we just had a just concluded presidential election, and if you'd ask me, I would say from my research and observation so far, I could tell that a lot of youth came out for the LP, that's the Labour Party, but then I feel like their hopes were dashed. What did you think went wrong? Did you think the youth did not come out to vote, or what do you think went wrong during that election?
I think another problem we have as youth is we're good at, this social media of a thing have definitely done more than damage to us than what else we can see. Because imagine I know of a lot of people like youth of mine that did not even go out to vote.
Okay, they're just online tweeting.
Just going out to vote. Can you stand for your votes?
Okay.
Can you protect your votes? It's not when you are on social media. Some don't even have their BBC. But they keep typing and typing and typing. Who will do the vote for you when you are on social media typing?
Okay. So you feel social media influenced was one of the factors that influenced our just concluded presidential election.
Social media.
Okay. Okay. Generally, I need you to, before I let you go, which I will, I need you to just generally talk to the youth out there who are listening, who are watching. What do you have to say to them?
Well, I'll call myself a winner.
Of course.
I think at 26, going to 27, I'm somewhere.
Okay. Kudos to you. Congratulations.
And I think we can do more.
Yeah.
Put our hands together. You believing in yourself matters a lot. You believe in yourself. You believe you can do it. Persistence matters. You don't just try and go and sit down.
Actually, she
As
had a question for the guest.
time goes on,
So that we
you'll get it right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, just before you go, we have a guest in the studio. Do you have a question for him?
Okay. I've actually, no. So far, no.
Okay, so far you said everything you want to ask, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Asmao. I really, really do appreciate it. Do stay safe out there, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, do have a nice day. Okay, viewers, I've been on the phone with Honorable Idris Asmao, Northern Youth Assembly of Nigeria Minority Leader, and that's actually a kudos to her. We really, really do appreciate her presence in the studio. She has said a lot to encourage the women out there. She's just 26, like she said, and she's already in politics. Who said you're too young? Who is saying you're too young to run? Everybody were entitled to vote and be voted for. It's our right, so you can exercise that right as much as you can before it's too late. Who knows, you might just be the change we are waiting for. Happy. All right. So
I want to say one of few things in respect of women participation in politics.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to just give you a simple brief that people actually vote party and not candidates. And if you are lucky to find yourself in that party, the ruling party of that moment, or at the moment, you might be able to find yourself in leadership.
Okay.
Now, a whole lot of people that became senators in 2015, which include people like Dino Melaye, actually did not merit becoming a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, with all honesty.
Okay.
With all sincerity, I make bold to say.
That's your personal
opinion. It's my personal opinion.
Entitled to their personal opinion.
Now, this matter we are talking about is in 2015.
Okay.
Within 2015, a whole lot has happened that we discovered that a whole lot of people lies on the back, on the mandate of Mr. Integrity. One candidate came out. He was so respected. He was so feared. The person of Major General Muhammadu Buhari. Now, when Buhari came into government, the respect was too much. In fact, the fear of Buhari was me of wisdom. That people were returning money that even the one that did not steal, even their salary. Because they stole at one point, and they were now civil servant. They were now joining their salary. Oh, beg, I don't want issue. Take. I don't want Buhari issue. Now, why am I saying this? At that period, when Buhari won his election, a lot of them, people were ready for the change. Don't forget they came with change.
Yes.
And then that was how people like Dino Melaya and the rest became automatic senator. Now, there is a candidate, back to reality now, 2023.
Okay.
A candidate run for councillor, the person of Barrister Juliet Issa Isekere.
A woman.
Okay. Representing the Buhari Amak
local government
constituency. Okay. Now, for House of Rep. Now, before her House of Rep election, she was running for councillor. Julia came to me. She was in my house. And she told me, my friend, I want you to support my ambition. I said, give me one reason why I will support your ambition. Many politicians come to me, the chairmanship aspirant for APC, and so many of them were in my house. And I said, what makes you different from other politicians? It is that integrity. She had integrity. She said, one, I'm not going to pay you as a polling agent. I'm not going to pay you as a supervisor for this election. You're either going to be doing it as a friend or because you believe in the vision that the youth should be able to do these things without fear or favor. Okay. I said, fine. You don't believe in corruption, is that also? She said, yes. I said, fine. I volunteered. In fact, during that election, we were there when people were actually giving money to vote. She didn't have money to buy any vote. Even when she had the money, she did not give anybody money for vote. We were the polling agent that would have done that. Canvassers were there. In summary of it, even with the party agent, not even Minara, they were doing it for the joy of democracy, for her integrity. This is a lady who makes BA honor in Winnipeg, has LLB, has BL, has LAN. Like this girl I'm talking about, she's not even up to 25 years old. She already have over 4 degrees academically. And she's not just a lawyer, I'm telling you, she's a good lawyer.
Wow.
Now, she ran for House of Rep. If only she was a House of Rep candidate under Labour Party, since Labour Party was the only party, automatically as a voting for P2B, they would have voted for her.
I think.
Do you understand? But because she was in ABC, the party.
Okay.
The party. So not the candidate is already qualified. But all the candidates, they actually qualified. But the party, as a matter of fact, ABC is not the party that anybody will reckon with to win the election in FCT.
Why did you say that?
Very simple. Now, where is PDP? Where there's a strong person like Senator Philip Abuda for PDP. Of course, the Irete that won for Senate in FCT and relieved the landlords, like we always say, was because she clinched onto Mr. P2B of the Labour Party. So while they were voting for president, they were actually voting for Senate. They were also voting for House of Rep. Mind you, they were 3 ballot paper.
Yes.
So that was exactly what played out in the days of Buhari.
So let's not deviate from what you were trying to say about the women.
It's about the women. It's not just women. These women are youth.
Yes, they are youth actually.
Do you understand? Yes. So most of these factors, like in the big party, some of them do not give opportunities for women.
Okay.
At the primary level, they dropped them. Are you getting the point? That's the point I'm trying to bring. Fine. Like my learned friend just said, women were giving discounts. We were giving discount or 50% slash. Now a form is sold for 100 million in APC. Now you slash it. How much is that? 50 million. How many you can afford 50 million? That's not just my friend you're thinking about. You have to start small, not just from the presidential level. House of Rep a member. Do you know how much they said the nomination form?
How much is that nomination?
The nomination form was worth for like 6 for 9 million naira, depending on the party, or 12 million naira.
That's still on the high side.
Yeah, you getting the point. Me now, for example, now you want me to run for House of Assembly, and you're asking me to bring 25 million. Why am I going to vomit 25 million just for nomination form? And it does not stop at the nomination form. having picked your nomination form, other people are going to pick nomination form. Don't forget.
Yes, other people are.
And then at the point of picking your nomination form, you are going to go into the primaries, which means you are going to be buying the delegates.
Buying the delegates.
You're definitely buying delegates. You think delegate will just come and vote for you without exchanging of? Are you getting it? How can be the
that shouldn't. That's not.
It's normal in Nigerian politics. It's called lobby.
Okay,
they do lobby.
Okay, obviously your personal opinion.
It's personal opinion. Yeah, just system of democracy. Are you getting it? Does
Okay.
You know, just won PDP governorship ticket to run for governor. I saw it in the news today. He said, "Look, I actually know by delegate, but I actually gave the anointing oil." Now, you and I know that you cannot just give anointing oil. Of course, I'm a man of God. I can't just come and give anointing oil and come and vote for me as delegate.
I think we've actually had a lot of discussion on this topic. Before I go, let me ask our guest here one final question. It was actually a debate somewhere. Somebody say democracy is a scam, and then we'll go back to the military regime. Okay. What's your take on that?
Very simple. So all our youth and viewers out there, now hear me loud and clear. You're watching probably live on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and what have you. YouTube and the rest. I put it to you like last we always say.
Yeah.
Democracy can never be a scam.
Okay.
Because that our leaders. I'm using the word leaders because I don't believe in anything called leaders. I believe in servants who were elected to do their simple science. What is this science we're talking about? Don't forget politics. The art of science. Science conscience with guiding or influencing governmental policy. This governmental policy, that's what politics is all about. Now, let's look at 4 policies that backfire. The president, the president, not the former one, the president, who of course will be, his tenure will finish in barely a month, President Muhammadu Buhari. 4 of his policies that backfire. 1, locking the border. These policies, government policies is what we are talking about. The youth can actually do that. The old can actually do that. Don't forget, new broom sweep well, but it is the old broom that knows the corner where the dirt is. So the president, of course, felt in his wisdom, learn faster, like I always say. But these days, by our gray hair, is not determined by our wisdom. Now, you lock the border without production. To feed became difficult because how many rice do we produce to feed over 210 million in our population? You ban foreign rice. I think that is not enough. You ban importation of product that you don't produce. Nothing is working. Our textile is not working. Refineries are not working. What is working in this country? Bank is not working. Look at the cashless policy. We brought the cashless policy that we started buying money in our own country. We did not even see money in the bank. I went to the bank. That was telling me we can only take 2,000 for my money. What can 2,000 buy? Even coming to a studio, Uber cannot even take 2,000 from where I'm coming from to this place. So what are we trying to say? We are looking forward to the new leadership to bring out policies that will favor not just the youth. You brought out school feeding program. How does that help us? How many of these schools are you feeding? Up to even when we had the pandemic, when children were at home, the government claimed they spent how many billions of naira feeding children? Is it in their house you went to feed them? So this policy we are talking about of government policies is actually what affects democracy. If only we had, Yar'Adua was there. They now call Yar'Adua. Some of us got our civil service job during the days of Yar'Adua. If Yar'Adua tell you that he's going to employ 10,000, he's going to employ 10,000. But what do we see today in this administration? They tell you they're employing 20,000.
Okay.
10,000 will be indirect recruitment. And now 10,000 is empower. Is that the kind of job you create? Today, Nigeria has been rated as one of the country with highest number of population with poor people.
Yeah.
With highest number of jobless people. Should I go ahead and tell you the records? So this will
I think we have to leave this whole for another day. Thank you very much, Mr. Ojaka. What are your final say to the youth out there? Please just in brief. Yeah.
For the youth out there, don't give up.
Never give up.
I want your question back is if we should go back to military regime. I want to tell you the best military regime, the worst democracy is better than the best military regime. The worst democracy is better than the best military regime. I'll give you an instance. My father gave a carpenter furniture to do. 1 week after, the furniture man did not do the furniture. Because he was in the army, we went to the furniture man's place. Not only did he order the man to lie on his table, he gave 2 of his boys bulala to flog their master.
Now we should have put
Those days, you do front job with companies
doing the cashless policy.
the cashless policy.
Yes,
Definitely. And they wanted to bring this kind of idea that, okay, fine, and CBS said they are going to arrest everybody that charge beyond a certain amount. Who told you have power to arrest PS? How many PS attendants are in jail today? How many did they arrest? They will not arrest anyone, just talk is cheap. So don't always are survival for some of these things. So you support democracy, get involved in democracy. It is not only for the old folks. It is your government. Take charge of your government. You may not be running for president, run for councillor, start somewhere, run for chairman, support those ones in power, and see that one day even yourself will be supported for and take back power is what I advise the youth.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Prince Ojoka X-Wire. Okay, guys, you've heard it all from our guests in the studio today. I think I really learned a lot, and some persons called. Thanks to them. Thank you very much for following up the show today. My final say to you guys out there is, I'm pleading with the government to stop building the future for the youth, rather build the youth for the future. We all need to be there. The country, the future of the country is in the youth. We need the youth in this politics. We need to get involved. And for every youth out there who is aspiring to be in politics, don't get discouraged. Just like our guest here had said earlier, don't give up. Winners always strive. Just keep striving. Forget about the the common saying, without a godfather you cannot be there. I'm telling you, even our caller Honorable Idris Asma said she got there without a godfather, so you can get there without a godfather. I think it's the best place to call the show a wrap for today. Do well to subscribe, like our page, share it. There are so many more entertainment, so many more information, educative shows like this coming your way from this channel. Do well to subscribe, like, and share our page. You have been on the show Youth Arena. Today we spoke about youth and politics, and of course my name is Patience Okosun, and I've been on the show with Mr.
Prince Ojoka MA Esquire.
Thank you very much for coming,
You're
sir.
welcome.
Thank you, guys. See you again next week, same time. Have a nice day. Bye.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of art, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate for huge extra opportunity in diaspora. Look no further. The 36